State Secretariat complex, preventing workers' access to their offices. Observed slow business activities along Bank Road and Moscow Road axis of Port Harcourt. In the same vein, the chairman of Nigerian Union of Teachers NUT in Rivers State, Collins Echiwu, says members of NUT in the state have received directive from its national body to comply fully with the strike.
I want on this note inform all the teachers of the state that NUT River State Wing is joining. We are not outside what the National Labour is doing. Nobody should be in doubt that teachers are not joining the strike. We are joining the strike fully until further directives comes up.
In the meantime, the federal government has invited leaders of the NLC and the TUC for a meeting this afternoon in a bid to end the ongoing nationwide strike by organized labor. Reports say that the meeting was summoned by the Office of the National Security Advisor, NSA, Nuhu Ribadu. As you may know, the NSA says the investigation has started into the assault on the NLC President Joe Ajaero. Still to come, police probe Kogi Imo Bayelsa electoral offenders. Stay with us.
The details,
the stories,
with the updates.
Your number one station for talk brings it all.
Nigerian politics is more strategic. Even look at the presidential level, you see almost the same thing almost playing out. It's a game of numbers and popularity.
It's not going to help our brothers and sisters to rise up, condemn.
Don't be left out of the conversation.
Let's talk on Nigeria Info.
Welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The arraignment of the former Central Bank of Nigeria has been struck by Congress. The matter was expected to police or the fourth person made the statement. The Party of Nigeria PSN in Rivers has expressed concern over a potential shift towards the use of cheap and substandard medication due to the rising cost of drugs in Nigeria. As you may know, Pharma West Africa, a major pharmaceutical exhibition in Africa, said that over 70% of medicines in Nigeria are imported, contributing to the country's total healthcare expenditure of $10 billion. In an interview with correspondent Martha Okerenkem, State Chairman of PSN, Promise Anele, is hoping the government will introduce initiatives aimed at reducing the cost of drugs in Nigeria.
It's a worrying situation that nobody is really safe with it, because even the PSN members will consume drugs too. So it's not like we will have our own separate market where we go to get. So we're making a conscious effort. I know that a lot of conversation, especially at the Ministry of Health, is on to see how the issue of a coordinated wholesale center needs to come on board. That will help if government shows interest, which we're hoping to.
Now, the federal government has urged all affected passengers of Air Peace whose visas were cancelled and deported from Saudi Arabia to remain calm, and that investigation into the incident has been launched. Spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Francisca Omayuli, said this in a statement. And in business, as flight operations resume at the Port Harcourt International Airport, some air passengers are calling for regular maintenance of the runway at the airport. It comes after an aircraft belonging to ValueJet Airlines skidded off the runway shortly after landing yesterday due to algae on the taxiway. In an interview with some of our correspondents, the passengers also expressed worry over flight disruptions caused by poor airport maintenance.
The runway should always be said that it's decent enough for the flight or the planes to land. But generally, the one I experienced in Lagos is much better. Places like this should constantly have maintenance.
Like what happened in Abuja recently, I discovered that their runway and some other things are not really in good state. But the place I'm coming from now, which is Lagos, they tend to put things in place. Here in Port Harcourt, there have to be some more improvement. So if you check outside, you see the standard they operate there. It's quite different from what we have here.
Nigeria needs an upgrade, at least for yesterday occurrence, for it not to occur again. But if you go to other ports outside this country, you see that there is a very big difference from Nigeria Airways.
The culture of maintenance in Nigeria is very bad. The government has to take very serious precautions.
In entertainment, Nigerian singer Asake has teamed up with American Grammy Award winner HER for the remix of his hit single Lonely at the Top. In sports, Manchester City have posted a Premier League record revenue of over £700 million for the 2022-2023 financial year. On the international scene, the UK's Supreme Court has ruled against the government's plan to send asylum seekers to Rwanda. In the ruling, the court described the plan as unlawful. Recall that the plan was designed to discourage people from crossing in small boats across the channel. Now that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The federal government and organized labor will meet this afternoon over ongoing nationwide strike. Organized labor in Rivers State has picketed the state secretariat complex to enforce full compliance with its nationwide strike. Air passengers in Port Harcourt are calling for regular airport maintenance. In other foreign scene, the UK's Supreme Court has ruled as unlawful the plan to send asylum seekers to Rwanda. The news was edited by Martha Okere Nkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechuku Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.